So good morning everyone. Today we are learning how to insure strata building insurance. So first of all, I still haven't know your name yet.
I'm Frank for my global consultant.
Okay, and you are.
I'm a customer from Strata.
Okay, you are handling which sites currently? All the sites.
He's the owner of Strata.
Oh, owner. Okay. Thank you so much for attending this. Okay, thanks. So, this is my full name lah, but normally people call me May. Just take the middle name May. So I'm already 25 years insurance experience and specialize in strata insurance. Since before the Strata Management Act, I really in this insurance industry and specialize in doing this as well. Okay, and we also do consultations for those developer and arranging the insurance for the top property management companies. Okay, this is my qualification. I'm a senior AMII by Malaysia Insurance Institute. I am also registered financial planner by SC Security Commission, EMBA, and also CII. So today learning objective is to help everyone understand how to insure strata building through the proper insurance. Is that the left hand side? Okay. Yes, thank you. After today training, you're able to understand the different type of insurance policy, and then you can recognize the importance of each type of insurance, and then also identify the key elements for various type of property and liabilities. Also the role of the committee member in providing them the comprehensive coverage protection. So this is roughly our agenda. First, we will have 1 hour, but now we can cut it short to fire insurance and the perils. And the second section is the liability, and then is the insurance classes. Okay, we start with the fire insurance first. So fire insurance, why? Because selected perils, yes, fire insurance is not only cover fire, but also extend to cover like lightning, aircraft damage, storm, explosion, flood, impact damage, water damage, pipes or water tank overflow is for under water damage, riot strike, malicious damage, fallen trees, subsidence and landslide, sprinkler leakage to building and contents. Actually, it has more, but it doesn't apply to strata. So today we only focus on the strata building. Okay, so we will talk about this one.
Korean is a standard one.
Koreans is a standard, but this one also has plus minus adjustment according to the building. So like this water damage also depends on whether you have a 5-story below or 5-story above, and then sprinkler whether you have or you don't have. Those for landed house, the subsidy and landslide may not apply, and if you don't have fallen trees, you may not apply. I will say it's a standard, but also from the standard we have to select appropriate one.
Okay, one more.
And more?
Or like essential like rider.
No. These are considered rider. In life insurance, these are called rider. But for the strata building, beside this, no more.
Is there any percentage or percentage claim? For example, the fire maybe 50%, flood maybe 30%.
Yes, good question. we zoom into every barriers to talk about the sum insured. Your percentage is like a sum insured. Okay. And first we talk about the fire and lightning. Huh? Fire, sometimes people say this is due to lightning, this is due to fire. Okay, fire must have this fire to come up. If it's only explode, no fire, we call explosion. And then lightning must have burn mark. This burn mark is the important proof for the lightning. If you say lightning but no burn mark, in adjuster come in and say, hey, no burn mark. So meaning this is cannot categorize as lightning if due to wear and tear or short circuit or this. Okay, if you say yeah, it's still really due to lightning but no burn mark, then you think about the wording say burn mark. What to do? You think about how to do. Okay, so the proof of lightning damage must have the burn mark, and then sometimes the insurance company they will also refer to the meteorological like DMB report, this and that, they will refer to that. So far, generally, because
Only generally
yeah,
because now.
right. Sometimes Allianz, last time Allianz also did, but after that they stopped doing already, right? Yeah, and then now generally still doing. Meaning, if you submit the lightning damage claim, they will ask for the report to prove whether has lightning or not. Okay, lightning is very straightforward lah. The burn mark is an important proof. Fire must have fire, visible flames. Okay. And then next is the aircraft damage. Aircraft damage, it doesn't limit to helicopter or the aeroplane. The unknown object dropped from the sky, it is also fall under the aircraft damage. So sometimes if your roof damaged suddenly, boom, you do not know what is that. Big stone or whatever drop from the sky, you can cover. This is a high-rise building must cover. Okay?
Oh, landed no need. Sorry, landed you need no need.
Landed, normally, if it depends on the area. If close to the Subang, Sepang, close to the airport, we highly recommend. Depends on the risk. Okay?
How high the building? If you say high rise,
Mm.
what's the height? Is there a limit?
If it's not landed, if it's not landed, we recommend to buy aircraft damage because the rate is so low.
Premium very cheap, right? You understand?
Very cheap, very cheap. Because the chances, the risk is very low.
You got any cases before?
Yes, but not expensive. They just repair the roof because unknown object.
No object lah.
Okay. Next is the windstorm. So windstorm damage to the building. Okay, and then sometimes the windstorm leave this tree's root, and then subsequent damage to the building. Okay, you can see windstorm has one condition in order to trigger windstorm. It has a condition which is your building must have first damage. Let's say windstorm cause the water damage to your common area, to damage your lift, let's say. Okay, and then you say windstorm damage. However, the building, the glass not broken. The wind blow the water seep in only. You can say the rain leak or rain seepage is not fall under windstorm damage unless your building first damage. So if your building damage like the window crack, window glass broken, your roof blown off, then subsequently the water comes in, damage your building. Then we claim under storm and tempest. Okay, this is the claims condition. A lot of people mistake. They say the rain seep in. If it's damage lift, then we trigger another policy. If it's damage the building, say the painting like this things damaged, let's say water seeping, glass not broken, then it cannot claim under windstorm. Okay? Clear?
But what happened?
Yes.
Say for instance, storm coming in, they lift up the roof, lift up the roof, and then of course the top, say for the apartments, the top unit the rain will come in, sitting.
Yes.
But the second floor, the floor beneath is also happened on the city.
Also covered because the roof has first damage. So the windstorm condition fulfilled already. Yeah. Last time the BKNS project, I think before you joined, during the Yusuf time, it very serious. A lot of BKNS project, all the roof replaced before. Many projects. So we all trigger the windstorm because in Kota Taman Sawah. Okay. Next is explosion. This also frequent asked question. If the gas explosion, but the gas is inside the unit, or if it's a commercial inside the restaurant, explode can cover or not? We're talking about master fire. This is Strata refers to master fire. Yes, master fire insurance cover explosion, and it doesn't matter whether it's from the gas is located at a common area or inside the unit, because the fire policy cover respective unit owner as well. Meaning, if you rent the ground floor unit to the restaurant, then the restaurant like Mid Valley, they also explode before, right? Starbucks also explode before, right? So all this we trigger the explosion. Okay, explosion don't have flame one. It just explode.
But they say they have an explosion come with fire, so which should be paid?
Both also same. Can,
Both same,
yes, it's all under master fire.
Oh.
So why it has different, like the Pujong case, the Petronas gas pipe, Putra pipe, sorry, gas pipe explode. Many people doesn't get insurance claim. I did a video also because the explosion not have, they didn't buy the explosion as a perils in the fire policy. If you buy the package, the home insurance package, it come along with this. But if the owner only purchased a fire insurance, they didn't buy the explosion as a perils because rider like life insurance, then they don't get, because don't have fire, it's explode. So explosion, it doesn't mean inside explode or outside explode, they also cover. As long as explosion.
So may I come across the building whereby it's happened below it is a DMB switch.
Yes,
If they explode, how?
Still covered.
Still covered.
Still covered. Within the compound, under our master fire policy, we all covered.
But I heard that the particular unit above the DMB switch room have to cover more insurance premium. Is it?
No, this is a strata building. Strata building, we don't zoom into that particular unit. Okay, because inside the unit, we don't care. We only cover the building structure, the wall, floor, and ceiling. So when explosion happen, so we only repair for all this one. They also have to buy. Like this unit we rent. The landlord buy the fire insurance, including explosion, to cover the building. So we as a tenant, we buy the insurance to cover all our renovation, cover our business interruption. If the owner is the business, they have to buy the consequential loss, which is later we will talk about it. and then they have to insure their own building with also fire, explosion, water damage, all still the same, from the same rider. They pick up. They don't need to buy aircraft. They don't need to buy certain item.
Because I'm a contract member, so normally this kind of unit, when we value, we put a factor be less
Yes.
compared to the other.
Correct. You are right.
The risk.
Because of the risk, yes. In the valuation, yes, but if as a strata building, we doesn't separate them individually. We insure the entire building. Okay, so it covers boiler if it's a manufacturer, but it doesn't include into the strata. Okay, strata building must not have boiler. Boiler it is not in there. I show you because it also applies same thing apply to the manufacturer. But manufacturer we call it industry with boiler or industry without boiler. Okay.
So the landed property don't need to buy the courier, just buy the fire.
No, landed property they also buy similar.
Similar.
Similar. But if they buy the home insurance, it come along as a package. So if it's a landed house individual, the owner,
Oh, they can select lah.
we advise them to buy the home insurance package. Don't think about what to select, just buy a package. So all the insurance company they have a package already built in this.
But usually the bank will select all, right?
Bank also nowadays they select all as a package for you automatically. Sometimes bank purchase for you also good. If it's an individual, then it's also good, but premium higher, bit higher because they don't care. They come in everything for you. If you don't mind, pay a little bit more, you just let it go lah. But come to the strata, then you don't let bank buy because it's double insurance.
Yeah.
Why the bank premium usually higher than our one?
Because bank actually they don't do. They earn the com.
I see.
They just build everything maximum for you. They earn common because banker insurance department. One of the bank major income. Profit, sure got profit. Many millions a year.
A bank is allowed for double insurance. Are they allowed? Double.
Bank don't care. Bank want to care about their loan first because they got interest. They lend money to you. They got the interest of the property, so they want to have their name inside the policy. So they prefer they buy for you and then they bill you because they make sure the clauses is there, their name is there. But come to strata cannot. So they will chase you for the certificate of insurance, and then they want all the compulsory produce is there. They want their name also in the certificate.
There's a bank.
Mm.
How about the government loan? I come across, when we sell property, startup, he took a government loan. So government loan, they put insurance. So it's double insurance. Also, we issue them, the owner argue was
Yes, government loan, I think researching know the best because last time we do a lot of PKS project. A lot of project has, the owner has government loan. So we cannot argue with them. Honestly, you argue also they don't care. What they do is the management exclude them. The master fire exclude them, don't build them. But they still cover the entire building, but they don't build them. So the certificate don't have their name.
So they need to pay.
Absorbed by others, yes, you are right. You argue also no point because they don't care. Many years ago, we do a lot of government projects, the PKS project. We come across this problem. So end up we say, don't build them. What can we do?
typical may, if you got 30-40% government
Don't hurt all.
that is making, others suffers.
If we got a lot, then we reduce the sum insured.
Oh, I see, I see.
Yeah, what can we do? If a lot we reduce, but because last time it's about 10% to 20% last time on the last project as a government loan because it's so cheap, a lot no more loan already.
Underinsured,
We exclude that unit comes to the valuation wise, it may have underinsured, but we don't include them automatic, it will reduce okay. So next is flood. Yeah, this flood, a lot of people they say flood as long as water overflow is flood. No, not really. If it's your pipers cause flood, it's fall under pipers. If it's the water tank overflow cause flood, it's fall under the water tank overflow. So the flood must be the natural water due to like rainwater overflow or the river overflow, drainage overflow. Okay. Building on the slope also will cause flood one because on the slope they also have the lower ground. The water when they go in heavy rain, when the water goes to the basement, and then your pump not good enough, and then it overflow It happen always happen. Even Pangsa also happen flood. I handle claims damage to the plant and machinery. Okay, and just like you say the limit, right? Flood, yes, flood apply not the entire building sum insured. Let's say the building entire building is 100 million, but we look at the basement whether they got basement or not. If they got a lot of basement, then we have to insure up to 20% because we use rule of thumb at least 20% is a plant and machinery located at the ground and below. So, and then we take higher percentage. If they do not have many basement, then the plant and machinery also not that heavy on the lower ground. Some located higher ground. Depends on the resource. So we can insure at least 10%. At least 10%. But those area totally no flood one. Like they don't have basement, they are on the very high ground, then we can insure lesser than that.
But how you justify how many percent?
Our people will go there to see the risk and then they after they survey the building they will drive around and see whether there's a river, big longkang, and then whether it's lower ground or higher ground, then to check whether they have the flood history before or not. So from there we determine how much flood we cover. But we don't need to cover until top floor. So what we do is top floor sometimes now the fancy design top floor sky, so-called sky garden. That one is the worst. I tell you, sky garden. I hate that. The waterproofing no good and then a lot of heavy downpour will have flood one. So top floor we also cover. Okay, and then second, the penthouse if has sky garden, penthouse we also cover. Because waterproofing issue, if the penthouse don't flood, penthouse also flood, you know.
But how? Is it for instance, okay, I got a penthouse. Top floor, I just say got garden. So downward, of course, less flood compared to the top. They mean to say the owner have to pay more. Covers.
No, normally equal.
Or unfair.
Because the flood, you see, how we insure, the flood we insure, let's say we take 10%, 100 million, 10% is 10 million. So how we describe it in the policy is we cover top floor, we have to specific top floor, the facilities floor says 7th floor, ground and below, all basement. We also write like this. So it's free for us to specific which floor, but that 10% of the sum insured, we write that 10. We don't write 10%. We write 10 million. 10 million cover all this floor. So whatever claimable under this law is claimed under within this 10 million. So we limit them. How much limit we have depends on the risk. But it doesn't mean the top four, oh, because we cover you, you have to pay more. No, no, no. It's part of our management responsibility. But if inside their unit damage their own contents, then we don't cover. So inside the unit, the owner have to purchase again the home insurance, cover the flood as well.
Because sometimes it's funny. I've got a penthouse. My experience, I've got a penthouse. The garden is belong to them.
Carabin.
The garden belong to them.
Mm.
So we say we only insured, insured. It's a rooftop. Rooftop. Half of it, the rooftop belong to him.
Not true also, because insurance we have to insure the entire building structure.
Oh.
We have to insure the entire building structure, the ceiling, the flooring, the wall. We just don't insure their garden, the flower, the landscape only. We have to insure the structure. You see,
You mean to say the whole floor you are insured?
yes, of course. Their window also we insure because we cannot, the building don't have window, right? The window also we insure.
Because yes, the problem is that they grown up trees. Trees sometimes is put onto the
You
concrete.
can request them must have the flower pot, must the plant pot, flower pot, all this. You can request because if it's a water leaking, water seepage caused by that, in your Strata management act, is the upper floor responsible for the lower floor. Yeah. Okay. I have a 3 video just to talk about interflow leaking.
Because when they build something that they do not think.
Think about the future, right?
But you just tell them that anything happen caused by you leak to the lower floor, you are the one responsible for all the repair costs. All the repair costs,
In terms of maintenance, was your experience? This guy, I don't know if I asked him, same with them, he said, we are true story. Yes, sir. And then he got extra landscape area. You know what happened? The developer saying, okay, this your entire layout of the layout of your unit, you are charging about 25 cents. But the landscape, they're charging less than that, 0.15.
The landscape.
Yeah.
Which is makes sense also.
Yeah, makes sense. But what happened? That on a scrap the landscape is being another extended area.
Oh. Because the S&P doesn't restrict them. And then you all don't have the bylaw saying the landscape is made for landscape, it's not for the extension. Then too late. I think that the owner must knowing the developer well.
Yeah, definitely. It's belong to one of the directors so called.
Yeah.
Maybe decided somebody else.
When you say so, when you say that, then I can understand. When the developer knowing some owner and then gives the owner additional things, right? Then, especially commercial building, it always happen. The common area suppose is the hallway and then they give them occupy as their own. So it happened to Kiara 1, MK office, they also have this so-called owner occupied as a private use.
But just to ask you, sometimes the design of building now is very advanced. The linking bridge, how do you cover for that?
The link bridge.
The link bridge.
Link bridge, see developer how they arrange first. If the link bridge, you see, when we do for like BBCC, KL, or we do for Cheras, this what? Eco Cheras Mall. So they also have link bridge. So link bridge normally because of they have more, okay, and then the developer handle themselves. But if it's both resi has a link bridge, and then the also goes to the common area. if it's a resi, like the Sky Park, is it what?
Ah,
Sky, all these are fall under the common area, under the JMB or
the
MC.
Sky Park is individual unit. They consider as an individual.
But even though it's individual, they sold them, right? Then under responsibility by MC lah.
I mean the language
Yes.
inside is considered a parcel.
Correct.
It's given strata for that. The English.
The language is.
Like MK, you know MK10 or MK11 also have this. It belongs to the owner one. But comes to let's say the glass broken also management handle.
The structure lah.
It's part of the building
If
structure.
a strata, then must be belong to somebody, belong to the owner. Don't have to take insurance or what?
No, the master fire cover the building structure. Same. It's just like another unit.
Yeah, that's another unit. Because if you got bad idea lah, they want to have this cafe over there, do some business, funny one.
Yes, it quite common in Mont Clara area. You can see the land bridge. At night, wow, very nice one.
Yeah.
Sometimes they occupy as a party, I always see them because I do stay near me. Then, but no matter what, it is fall under the MC responsibility. Either it's a common area or it belongs to the unit, it also the master fire cover. Again, if it belongs to the unit owner, the contents we don't cover, the renovation we don't cover, we cover the building structure only. If it's common area, the inside also be covered. Very simple. Same thing. If it's a more mixed development, if it's a more, normally the land bridge is developer handle. Because if it's a more normally developer handle themselves. So the more link bridge from with the mall covered by the mall. Covered by developer policy. So if it's like BBCC, there's a tunnel, there's a many link bridge to the MRT, then they purchase another separate policy. It's under the engineering risk. Different policy. The tunnel, link bridge to the MRT, all this, the skywalk lah, this and that, pay out a lot lah. So the developer purchase engineering risk. Yes. Because it worry about the engineering issue, so it's always policy. Okay. Okay. Next is impact damage. This impact damage must be referred to vehicles or animals. Olden days, this policy, this coverage wording is referred to the animal cut. Then now we become a vehicle, we have no more animal cut. But it's still maintained if it's animal, then we refer to impact damage. But if it's a monkey, a monkey damage to your fence, they just like very naughty, the monkey just tear the fence, all these are not these are not covered. This one is referred to, let's say, big dog go and damage your building, especially on your barricade, your car park, all this impact damage. Most of the cases, barricade, guard house, all these people drunk already, they go and knock on the guard house. Some on the car park. Okay? This very straightforward. Pipers. Okay. So pipers is referred to first, not the water drip leak or water seepage. First, it has a definition one. First, it must be sudden a lot of water. So it's a burst. Let's say it's leak for many days already. Then you refer to pipers and say, sorry, this is called leaking. Okay? And then if it's cause flood, pipers cause flood, then it's also a pipers. You don't claim under flood. Or the water tank overflow, let's say the tank, the water tank, it has that machine, what we call the bowl.
The whole one.
No, correct. And then malfunction, and then cause the water tank overflow, or water overflow from water tank, yes, it's covered. Okay?
So the water leaking is under which policy? Or don't cover?
Water leaking is for under where?
Wear and tear.
Yes. Wear and tear not covered. Water seepage, water leaking, wear and tear not covered. Insurance, no insurance cover this.
I just come across to know that the pipers and water tank for the deduction, the excess is 5,000.
No, standard is standard is
1,000.
1,000. 1,000.
Standard is good. 对的好，学员啊。
May I say, for instance, what about the rain down pipe on the rooftop? Because of the storm, and suddenly water gushing out, and the pipe bursts. Which
The gutter lah.
the gutter and as well the pipe, the rain down pipe on the rooftop, normally water coming because of storm, and daily or of course storm in the raining very heavily. So the water, the pipe cannot contain the water, it bursts because of the wind. Which to me,
Okay.
which insurance?
If it's a lot of water because of the water pressure cause burst, then we fall under still the pipers because the gutter also a pipe. But if you say windstorm, it blow the pipe and then subsequently the pipe broke,
Yes.
not due to water pressure. We don't mix together. When it comes to the claims, when you notify, we will ask you, is it to windstorm or due to pipe first? So windstorm blow the pipe, it broke before under windstorm. Okay, if it's a wind, not due to windstorm, due to direct cause of damage is due to a lot of water pressure, and then it caused burst for under pipers. Okay, another scenario is the gutter overflow, backflow,
Yes.
because inside clog already, the backflow, overflow also one.
But what happened if the pipe bursts and it damage somebody's unique furniture and what? Because it's a rooftop. Then
Okay, that trigger another policy because it's third party property damage. Normally we don't cover that contents, but because it's our fault,
yeah.
because of our
It's
fault,
the
so like we didn't clear the clock, then cause third party property damage.
But it's not cover this fire area.
Public liability, no. Public liability is another section. So under the liability section. So we are still in the fire policy. Still in fire policy. You can see I highlight in red is a compulsory peruse required by Bank Negara. So it's compulsory peruse for Strata building. Bank Negara has a
particular means what?
sorry.
Means they can claim against the insurance policy. Then we take coverage.
If the contents are in
Yeah.
public liability, we trigger public liability insurance.
Oh.
So we trigger public liability insurance, then it's not straightforward claim. Let's say the carpet can be washed, but they want to buy a new one. Then we only pay them for cleaning fees. And then if the TV totally lump sum cannot use already, then replace it. But the sofa can be reused, then the sofa we pay them cleaning fees. So it's very little cost. It's better for the owner still purchase the home insurance. So whatever difference, then the home insurance can be claimed.
Because I come across the building whereby a pipe is running into is unique, down across. So the pipe bursts, and when the pipe bursts, all the contents of
Yes.
the
So the every proprietor must also purchase their own insurance. They cannot depend on the master. So if their own pipe burst, damage the contents,
it's not the own pipe, it's a common pipe.
yeah, I mean it's inside their unit, pipe burst, the contents are not covered, okay? Because if it's not because they purchase we purchase a master fire, we taking care of the common area majority. Then inside the unit, because the master fire cover respective unit owner, but it's restrict to the building structure only. So their contents we don't cover, but in the master fire insurance does not cover individual contents. So even though like my unit pipers, the landlord policy won't trigger one. It's your own things. It's your own renovation. You have to take care of your own things. But the wall, the ceiling, the landlord policy can cover. Same thing, we are like landlord. Management like landlord. Okay? So you must remember pipe burst or water tank is a compulsory for reals. Another thing is need to highlight this for reals doesn't cover the direct cost of repair. It doesn't cost of repair don't pay, but we pay for resultant damage. So, like example, you repair the pipe 2005, you hack the wall and put back the hole after repair. So these are the direct cost of repair. Insured don't pay one. They only pay you because of this pipe burst and damage subsequently, damage to the wall, to the ceiling, your lower floor, ceiling, your flooring also covered. So if it's original, if you change to your own design, it's fall under your own renovation, you don't pay. Okay? So just like you say the excess tariff original is only 1,000. But why 5,000? 5,000 considered cheap. Some I see is 50,000 also because they always have claims. The insurance company has right to increase the excess. Okay?
So how to reduce the excess? Is it forever?
No. The excess is for follow your claims history, your claims experience, whether you always have a frequency claims or not. If have a lot of hypers claim, of course they want to impose a higher excess.
Is it possible that I increase the premium that no hurt? Cannot.
Excess is to discourage you to claim more. So you pay additional to reduce excess cannot. They don't want. It's not saying cannot, it's they don't want. They want to avoid the frequency claims. So we have to take care of the building and then you can see now insurance company always ask you the any risk improvement.
Assessment.
Any risk improvement. After this claim, what have you done to improve the risk? These are the things they want you to do. Okay?
Come back to the pipe burst.
Yes.
They say exclusion damage to the wear and tear and corrosion parts. Clearly leakage. So we need to say if the pipe is still open.
If it's it means it's due to wear and tear. If it's a wear and tear, they don't pay. Okay? And then the pipe itself they don't pay one basically, and then leaking they don't pay. The pipe because rust is for the pipe and then
the glass is bursting.
they pay for resultant damage. And then they don't pay for gradual leakage, meaning leaking. As I said, leaking they don't pay. They only pay for the burst. Okay? Resulting property damage only. Just like your question, is it damage caused by flood, storm, or rainwater entering outside covered under separate producer? Okay, next is RSMD. RSMD refers to riot, strike, malicious damage. Okay, Malicious damage is a vandalism. Strike is very clear. Like I said last time, they all the protests. So vandalism is the most common one in the strata building. So and then they vandalize the leaf button, they take the leaf, the common area, they go and break the glass, all this vandalism. And then vandalism has one, RSMD trigger has one condition. The thing must be there. Broken still there. It's not missing. Not missing. If they take away, missing is fall under theft already. So the things damaged but still there. This is a condition. If it's not there, meaning missing is fall under the theft, which is another policy called burglary policy. Okay?
That is very different.
Theft burglary. In the Strata building insurance, theft is fall under burglary. Yes. So not exclusion, sorry, my bad. It's an exclusion. So sorry for that. Exclusion, you can amend in your own writing. Exclusion war, exclude the war. Terrorism, all these are not covered. Okay, your business interruption not covered. Due to protest, your business interruption is not covered. Why? Because business interruption has another policy cover, and then this loss of income also another under consequential loss policy. Terrorism also another policy cover. War risks are not covered.
And under vandalism, say for instance, then put an extra alternative detector, then the product was damaged. Can I claim?
If it's damaged, things still there, can claim. Police report required. Take police report and then submit claim.
Because button will be very expensive.
Yes.
So we put
Leaf
protective something.
Yeah. The common claims, these are the common claims. RSMD common claim is the leaf button. Okay? And this one is you can see compulsory peruse by required by Bank Negara. So Bank Negara has a circular, water damage, RSMD, subsidence, and that's it. It's a compulsory peruse. Okay? Damage by fallen trees. So as long as the tree damage, the tree, it doesn't mean only within your compounds. As long as the tree outside your compound also covered. Whether inside or outside also covered. But if it's pruning trees and damage, that is not covered because the tree pruning company purchase the insurance. But if it's due to tree damage to the building, we are talking about building again. This is a building, not about the car. The car inside there you can see. The building itself, whether it's inside or outside, the trees located inside or outside also covered. Another thing, due to tree, we need to remove, right? We need to cleaning, right? The cleaning fees that has a inside or outside has a separate one. So inside the compound, we only can claim the cleaning fees. Outside compound, cleaning fees cannot be claimed. Because outside compound, the trees belongs to local authorities one. But we can claim because of the PBKL or MBPJ trees damage to our building. We claim the building. Okay? But the cleaning removal, that is quite expensive one. Outside your compound, you have to ask PBKL or MBPJ to claim. Inside your compound, you claim. So the removal of debris within the compound, claimable. But you say TPKL don't come to claim. So we have to claim. I must claim. Sorry. They only pay you within the compound cost. Okay? But the damage part, they will pay you whether it's from outside or inside.
The outside means that they need to say somebody's land, the trees.
Yes, yes, yes.
So say for instance, this building, there's outside belong to somebody, it's land. The developer doesn't take care of the land,
Yes.
got big trees, and big trees fallen, fell down to the
To our
building just
perimeter lah,
adjacent it, yeah.
perimeter wall also covered,
So covered.
covered,
On the fence, the also are covered.
covered.
But removing the trees,
Inside the compound only, outside they don't pay you. Removing the trees, removing the
but in
dead.
order for me to remove tree, say for instance it fell down, I have to cut the trees up somebody's land. Is that covered?
That outside your compound they don't pay you. So you have to charge back the developer or ask that developer to clean up.
The property or the landowners.
Yes, correct.
Because I got a
If
case
you
and
clean, they don't pay you, insurance don't pay you. They pay you only within the compound. Within the compound. Outside the compound, whoever in charge, they pay for that. Okay, that's the difference. Removal of that risk.
But
Same with other policy, let's say the fallen tree, they hit the unit, but inside unit we have the furniture, all these things, furniture not covered also. But the owner can claim for the management for their losses.
Okay, again, as long as involved third party property damage is fall under public liability.
Okay, like that.
So later we talk about public liability insurance, then we tell you how, in what scenario we can claim and what scenario we can't claim. So as long as third party property damage, including the tenant or the individual owner, individual parcel, is 400 PM.
maybe insurance identify what kind of trees is that. I get old trees, it doesn't cover the insurance.
No such things. This damage by fallen trees, whether it's young tree, old trees, outside tree, inside tree, also covered. Comes to damage to our building, it is covered. Only the cleaning fees, removal of debris fees, is to pay you within the compound. Okay? If it's a windstorm, due to windstorm damage, the trees and trees fell, also we trigger this. Not the windstorm.
Lightning also same.
Same. Okay, next this one, subsidence and landscape. Okay, subsidence and landscape is, you can see, is quite common, getting very common in Glen Valley. So this one, nowadays a lot of insurance agents, they don't understand the risk for this. They simply give you not within the sum, the building sum insured. They buy say 100 million building sum insured, they only buy 10%, 20%, because they want to save cost. Because subsidy and landscape cost is, the cost is very expensive, the rate is very high. However, this risk is like, you can see, even though you are not close to the river, you, as long as you have the on the slope or behind the building is a small bouquet, small got slope lah. Okay, behind your building also has a chance. Depends on the land form also, you know. So you would expect suddenly landslide or suddenly subsidence happen. So as long as it's not flat land, it's a high-rise building, we strongly recommend buy the full building sum insured. It is a compulsory produced by the bank and required by the bank. And this one, all the bank also request this. So if it's a settlement, soil erosion is not covered. If it's close to the longkang, close to the river, and every day, it always happen like raining season. A lot of notification saying landslide lah, subsidence. But investigation by adjuster come up, they say soil erosion because of close to the river, close to the longkang, it's not covered, huh? Because crack settlements are not covered. Ground movement also not covered. If it close to the seaside, a lot of settlement, ground movement not covered. Okay? So really you see a big sinkhole, a big sinkhole also not really covered. Sinkhole is referred to the foundation and it is not landslide, not covered also. Landslide meaning really landslide, subsidence, really subsidence mean it big. So like few years back, the Sri 2001, you all remember Sri 2001? Few years back, heavy flood in Ho Klang Valley, 2020, right?
2022.
20,
End of 2021.
end of December 2021. There's a lot of flood happened in Klang Valley, and then same times also got many landslides. So the Sri 2001 has serious, very serious landslide. Bangsa in that so happened, KL, so Perak, these two cases also under me. So Sri 2001 got one block of building, the structure affected, seriously affected. They are not really on the slope like Bukit Tunggu. So because of a heavy rain, behind the building is another slope quite far, it's 400 dBKL land. So because of that, it has some settlement starting and then slowly affect the building foundation. So then landslide. So luckily, Sri 2001 workmanship is very good. So the building didn't collapse. So they hire the consultant and then this very good contractor help them to repair the structure. Total claims, I do not know very detailed but come to the insurance claim is a 17 million. But end up insurance only pay for 7 million plus because they new improvement, new things to prevent that's not covered. The construction they pay, the construction repair the structure they pay, repair the foundation doesn't pay because the foundation is not included. So if your building is located on the slope or high risk of this, please recommend them to purchase foundation. Normally, foundation is in the exclusion in Strata insurance. Like valuation don't also doesn't count the foundation, right? You only count the value for the building.
Yeah.
So if it's on the slope foundation, please add in. So add in the foundation, then when landslide happen, your foundation is also covered.
What
Otherwise,
is called what? The standard or what? Can we call? Add-on one.
no, foundation is a standard exclude.
Oh, standard is good.
Standard exclude. I can tell you 90% building strata is exclude foundation unless it's specified. So if you say include foundation, your sum insured must really include. Otherwise, underinsured.
Like sinkhole also you cover.
Sinkhole is not landslide.
How about sinkhole?
Sinkhole, as I say, is a foundation. Foundation, unless you include the foundation and
No,
put
actually,
landslide.
I don't know because I'm last time I did manage Wismayaki. You know the area whereby the
Shiraz is Maya.
Wismayaki, the Masjid India, there's incident whereby the Indian citizen was sunk into the sinkhole. So
Not covered.
not covered.
Not covered.
Because that area, because I manage there Wismayaki, because there is a lot of cavity inside.
Correct.
That's the thing.
Because of the MRT projects and that, the foundation is very bad.
Not covered.
Not covered. Sinkhole is not covered.
So what precaution if I build an area just for information? What coverage should I have?
What we do is, if we see a sinkhole, we quickly cover the foundation. So we cover the foundation to prevent when landslide happen or subsidence happen, our foundation also cover. Because sinkhole, it doesn't so serious, it doesn't cause serious damage. But if the sinkhole getting very serious, it will affect the foundation. It will affect the structure. So when if subsidence or landslide happen, then if we don't buy foundation, we rugi like Sri 2001. So if you have a sinkhole, quickly purchase a foundation first. Even though the sinkhole not covered, but prevent when it affect the structure, at least we got covered.
It's another insurance.
No,
It's covered under this.
master fire, foundation under fire,
Oh,
under fire. So we just add into the fire insurance and then we delete the exclusion foundation exclusion cost. You delete, you must add back the sum insured lah. You cannot original building sum insured is 100 million. And then you want to include foundation. Foundation normally cost 10 to 20%, depends on the you got basement or not, right? Valuation knows the best, huh? Of course, the valuer knows the best. So normally rule of thumb again 10% to 20%. You cannot less than 20, less than 10 month. Because the substructure must be there, huh? So if you have the risk, quickly add the foundation sum insured. Include the foundation. Check your policy has a foundation exclusion cost. If you see if you have a foundation exclusion cost, you ask the insurance company to delete it and then add the sum insured. If you don't add sum insured, what will happen? Underinsured.
The foundation is called the deletion of exclusion.
No. That one is under this. Foundation is not because of this one. Foundation is in the major policy description on building, including blah 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 blah, and then it's include foundation. So normally they on all building, including but not limited to what, right? So you add the foundation in. So they will delete the clause. It's not for under here. This is only a rider. So this rider cover doesn't cover sinkhole. But if it's a landslide happen, it covered. But come to the foundation, they look at your policy. Your policy sum insured does not include the foundation. This one they pay, they still trigger, but they don't pay every item that you repair. Because you don't cover foundation.
But the foundation is not compulsory.
It's not compulsory. It's not, foundation is not compulsory. Again, depends on the risk.
But the lender don't need, right? Lenders are
not necessary, not say like that one. If it's a lantern on the slope, if it's a bungalow on the slope, you must purchase as well. If it's a lantern at Phuket Tunggu near Sri Tutawan, now they all purchase because of Sri Tutawan. If it's what height, all this, you have to purchase. Right.
But for those high risk area like Ampang,
must purchase.
Must purchase.
But a lot of them also don't know.
But the access will increase.
Not with nothing to do with the assessment. This is the fire sum insured. Your fire sum insured, when we do the valuation, right? We value the building, right? Including the common area, the landscaping also they value one. But this value does not include the ground and below. Right? You only value the building. So how much is the ground and below? We have to build the foundation. The lake, all this, it must be there. And then the soil also, you have soil also. So if you don't insure the ground and below, what happens if the landslide? You need to put back all this soil, right? Soil is not cheap. You need to repair the lake, right? The building structure lake, right? All these are million dollar. So you can see, if these things happen, the ground and above covered by this. Ground and below not covered. That one costs a lot of money.
Underground, this underground people is big, the island tower. What much can you for insurance? Is a couple.
Again, you make sure everything is fully insured. Because the developer don't know what I did. They build on top of the river like this DK properties opposite Paprika. That's a big longgang, That development now stop work already. I think it's a stop work lah. It's not declared. I don't see any construction.
Because my underground river
Yes,
is
it
very
is.
difficult.
Exactly. They built the building on top of the big longgang. That's a mini river. Big longgang.
Because sometimes this, I got many experience because last time I handled projects. It's the underground river is very difficult. I got one classic case whereby we built terrace houses, bungalows in Kuantan. There's what called a shallow river, but during rainy season,
Overflow.
overflow. So that the river water underground is only exists when the river was filled with water. It sits inside,
Yes.
and then it start to collect water, the big root, all that true.
Yes. As
That's why I
I
said it's very
say,
difficult.
this river in Mokara, that route lead to the palace, It's actually sink few times already. Few times. That development is here, the sink is there. Few times. The route is a route lead to the palace. So embarrassed, and then opposite the bungalow, this Tuta Nusantara, opposite.
Because KL is not KBT. That's why KLCC was cheap. Now foundation.
They sure have
KBT
erosion
it,
one.
it is a cleft belly.
So you see, soil erosion they don't cover. But after soil erosion, it suddenly one day cause landslide. Until the day happened. Then landslide will pay off. So purchase when it has a risk as landslide or subsidence, purchase the foundation also.
They want the exclusion damage to the retaining wall, fences, gates, swimming pool. I'm concerned about the swimming pool. Is that?
Okay, under the standard policy wording, this is not covered unless the main building affect. Meaning, we have the few block of building, and we have swimming pool, we have gate, okay, we have fence. This called outbuilding. If under the standard wording, if the main building not affected, but let's say happen with the fence, the gate, then the main building not affected, it's not covered. They don't pay you. This is exclusion A. But exclusion A we can pay additional premium to delete it. So that's why I said can buy back. We delete it. How to delete it? We pay additional premium. Tell them no matter the gate, the fence, or the main building, whichever affect, we also pay. So we delete the exclusion A. So make sure your policy delete the exclusion A. So exclusion A for the outbuilding, it doesn't cost 100 million. As normally, including the swimming pool, maybe 100 million building, we buy 2 million, 3 million, we do lah. The exclusion A is quite costly one, not cheap. We also buy, but up to a limit. We don't buy entire building, some insured already lah, because they don't have lift inside. The perimeter wall, maybe wall and fences, only 1 million, and then the pool, another 1 million, so 2 million.
You say that in an extra.
Yes. It's make it comprehensive. Don't tell me this cannot, that cannot. Whatever can buy back, we buy. So, but exclusion A, only we can buy. Okay?
Because sometimes the insurance agent must advise
Correct.
the property managers.
Yes.
Sometimes
Because
you
the
are aware.
insurance, I can tell you a lot of exclusion. Which exclusion can buy? Which one, like you say, the excess can buy back or not? We reduce 10 or not? It's not say cannot. They want or don't want. They don't want. how much we can charge you, but you keep on frequency then they don't want. So this one can buy, then buy lah. If can buy, we buy lah, right? And then divide to every unit, it's not that much already, right? So this one is a compulsory for use. So these few things you must catch up. You must understand is buy exclusion A include the foundation.
Oh, by include foundation.
Yes.
I see.
For this include foundation, it depends on your risk. Exclusion A also depends on how much things you have, how much limit. That's all. If you don't have a big building, we don't buy so much. If it's a building very big, a lot of things, then we buy the limit higher.
But usually you will recommend that for those condo they will buy the exclusion A.
We all include one.
I know quite expensive.
Exclusion A, okay lah, not that expensive, but this particular produce is expensive.
Oh.
So does it include guardhouse as well, exclusion A?
Guardhouse is a main building.
Car park also include.
Include. This refers to the outbuilding, meaning your driving path, your gate, your fence, and the swimming pool.
But sometimes guardhouse also outside the building.
Guardhouse is a main building. Guardhouse and car park is a main building.
Oh, car park. Oh, okay.
Car park.
You go clubhouse, how is it? A separate building.
Clubhouse is include. They can see the wording in the PM, they only say retaining wall, gate, swimming pool, driving path. So the guardhouse has the building one, all this building, even the car park also got building, a main building, part of the main building.
Although the separate building.
Yes. The open one, open one, then they call out building. Okay. This is the last peruse, last rider. After this, we can take a break. Okay, sprinkler. This one, not many residential buildings don't have sprinkler. If they have, only at a common area, at the lobby or at the car park. But come to the hotel, it's a compulsory. Office building is a compulsory. Shopping mall is a compulsory. If it's a resi come with a commercial unit, then their commercial unit will have a sprinkler. Because cater for restaurant. Okay, sprinkler we have to the building and to the contents. To the building meaning if the sprinkler damage to the part of the building like your lift, most common one is a lift. Damage the common area, painting, expensive item, that is covered. Content meaning, let's say you have the office or you have a lift. Not lift. This is a gym equipment. So if a sprinkler trigger and the water damage to your office equipment, your gym equipment, then sprinkler damage to the contents. So again, this sprinkler damage to contents hardly covered by the residential building. Come to the commercial hotel. Mix also not really, but this what we say Airbnb service apartment. Then we cover the contents. Okay, so this one again, your agent should be able to advise you what to cover. If you have a sprinkler, you entitled discount also, firefighting system discount. But if it's not entire building, it's just a common area, only minimum discount. But when you entitle discount, make sure you add this peruse. If you don't add this peruse, but you have the discount, it's not tally. Somewhere not tally. Okay. So this one is commercial normally. Inside the resident, even the shop office don't have. You see, we are shop office. Shop office also not compulsory. It refer back to the POMPA requirement.
But it may, say for instance, failure malfunction on the sprinkler, then definitely damage because of the flood coming up. Can you claim distance and the flood?
Flood, how to trigger the flood?
Because sometimes water coming, this spring, when you have sprinkler, you have a bomba tank, isn't it? Then sprinkler at night have a malfunction, goes out, it will trigger, suddenly water gushing out and flood that unit, not others.
You are referring the sprinkler pipe, is it?
Yeah, single pipe.
Sprinkler pipe is fall under the pipers already.
Oh, anything.
This is really the sprinkler head.
Yeah, I know.
Sprinkler head like normally triggered by fire or they go and purposely trigger it. You know, if we got one claim is a technician go and trigger it.
Yeah.
In the lift, you know, they don't know hand itchy or what, they go and trigger it. At the end, the lift serious damage.
It's sometimes smoke.
Smoke, yes, because they detect. If you have the smoke detector, they will trigger. But if you don't have the smoke detector, it will trigger. So normally it will trigger by head. Don't know the technician want to trigger for what?
Testing.
We don't understand. We also scratch our head. It damaged the lid, the sprinkler. But if you say about the sprinkler tank, sprinkler pipe, that is fall under the pipers. Different products.
So you tell the technician trigger the
Yes.
claim.
Claim lah. What to do? We don't tell. We cannot say it's technician trigger lah. Israel always say it's a sprinkler.
Nowadays, idiot are born every day. I can do so many idiot. Many to believe. Because always idiot.
Okay, we catch up just now what we say. Before that, we highlight again the fire insurance, sum insured. The construction cost, we must insure the current construction cost, plus the professional fees and removal of debris. If you have the foundation risk, then add the foundation as well. Okay, and then full reinstatement value, meaning we must purchase the entire building. Cannot say I have 3 building, 3 block. We only insure 1 block because any one claim cannot be 3 block also burn down. We call that basis we call first block cannot. We have to insure entire building. Okay, entire building together, landscaping, outbuilding, all this. And then building revaluation, every 5 years we must value once. Okay, and then I understand some valuer they add the inflation. We don't need to add inflation because current construction cost don't need to add inflation.
Maybe valuation is done by the insurance.
No, valuer.
Which is the
So key point recap for just now, we have the 11 fire perils for us to select, and then we have 3 compulsory perils by bank negara. Subsidence and landscape can buy back 1 exclusion, which is exclusion A. Fire insurance sum insured is based on reinstatement value. You cannot purchase first loss. Because a lot of chairman ask me, they ask me, 3 block, why you purchase so many block? Any one claim only 1 block.
Sorry, coming at the bidding valuation.
Yeah.
Must be done by the insurer or something to the fund.
Valuer, insurer won't do for you. Insurer won't do because insurer don't have the expertise.
Okay, see sometimes they don't want to pay for insurance.
That is different issue. That is different issue. Okay. Valuation still done by valuer. It's just the cost, who pay the cost. Some insurance company offer, okay, if your claims is good, they can make some profit, they don't mind to sponsor. Like overseas, we also sponsor, but subject to the renewal contract and terms and conditions. What terms also depends on your sum insured. If it's below 100 million, premium is low no profit we cannot sponsor. And then the claim ratio is too high, insurance company not making profit, they also don't give us additional, so we cannot sponsor. So good claim ratio, higher sum insured, then we sign 1 year, we sponsor. So it depends on the case to case basis. Valuation must be done by valuer, just the cost only. Okay?
Well, let's say the premium don't have any claim that your side will get more higher commission or what?
No,
Claim bonus.
it's like, yes, it's something like a bonus we can get some bonus end of the year So if you have a lot of claim, we don't have that bonus from your side, how to sponsor? Right? Okay? And then we have to review all the what we have learned Okay, perils, we have this stuff, right? We have fire, we have aircraft. Back to this. We have storm, explosion, flood, impact damage, hypers, RSND, damage by fallen trees, landslide, and sprinkler. Okay? So when we ask you the perils, this is referred to this. And then compulsory perils is RSMD, hypers, and landslide. Okay, if in committee member asks you what basis we should use for insurance sum insured, is the current construction cost, reinstatement value. Okay, reinstate value. Okay. So we have learned all the fire insurance. Now is the liability insurance. Liability insurance in the strata building, it has a two types. One is called public liability, another one is called management liability or errors and omission. So, but both of them cover what? They cover the legal defense costs, court award, out of court settlement. Okay? And public liability insurance even sometimes don't no need go to the court, they will pay for the expenses incurred if it's a straight liability. Okay. Both of them are fall under the financial protection against any legal suit or the negligence. Okay, first thing we look at the public liability first. Just now you mentioned the property damage to owner house, right? Or the tenant house, right? So property damage or bodily injury is fall under public liability insurance. So public meaning outsider, visitor, contractor, supplier, okay? But we include the owner and the tenant into a public by adding one clause called cross liability clause. If you don't have this clause in your policy, the owner and the tenant are not public. So we normally include it's quite standard we include it. So they also will get we bring them as a public as well. So third party protection for this, like if they have a car damage because of our fault, their home content damage because of our fault, property damage. If they slip down or happen death, happen injury within our compound due to our fault, body injury or death. Okay? And the exclusion, what's the exclusion? The owner own property, their own things that nothing to do with us. Their own things is nothing to do with us, or their injury is nothing to do with us. Their car, sometimes the car already got accident damage, they come in, they say, oh, because of your car park caused me damage, so they don't pay for it. Unless you prove unless you prove, okay? Another thing is the act of God is not covered. Act of God because it's not our negligence. Like windstorm damage. Windstorm damage due to windstorm is not our negligence, so we don't liable. The word of liability, as long as got liability, this word is refers to whether the management liable. Are we liable? If not your fault, why you liable? If you are liable, then insurance will help you to pay. We transfer the risk to insurance company. If you are not liable, the insurance company pay for what? We are not charity.
But I got one case, I mean, this essentially, I got one case whereby the building being hit by lightning, and then the tiles, is a tiles, it's a 50 story, and then fall down, and then that tiles, pieces of tile, that is dented and damaged two cars. Okay. One car is a visitor's car, another is owner who ran it up there. The owner, I don't know which, see, the owner cannot pay for the public amenities, whereby the visitors can claim public amenities.
Okay, remember just now I said cross liability. Cross liability clause in the public liability is quite a standard. Okay, it's a standard clause we add in. If it's a tenant or the owner, if you don't have this clause, they are not a public. So visitor is a public, so visitor claim, but the owner and the tenant is not public, so they don't pay. But with the cross liability clause, so meaning we cross over to cover them, categorize them as the public as well, then got no issue. So you say your policy is which insurance company, Tokyo? We have to make sure our public liability policy has cross liability clause. Because Tokyo Marine standard, they do not include the owner or the tenant as the public one. Their policy is like that. Unless you take out in the public liability policy, you take out respective unit owner as the owner, respective unit owner as an insured, you take it out, okay, and then they are the public. Or you add a cross liability clause. Normally we add a cross liability clause, but for Tokyo we have to handle separately. So for Tokyo Marine policy, you just make sure, hey, I want to cover the owner and I want to cover the tenant as well. Group them as public. You highlight it to your agent.
Okay, let's say the fallen tree is considered act of God or.
Okay, fallen tree is two issues. If the trees is already been trimmed very well and then we don't have negligence, just because of heavy this windstorm, and then you blown off the trees, and then the trees fell, damage the car, it's an end of God. End of God, because end of God. But if partially our fault, because we didn't trim the branches, the tree is already very old, it has a risk, so it's our negligence, then we cannot say, oh, windstorm is end of God. Then we have negligence, public liability will pay for the damages.
So the lesson learned is don't maintain the tree lah. Maintain the tree.
Overall, overall is we do the regular trees trimming, and then it's not only that, like your cleaner every morning mop the floor, right? So whenever they mop in the common area, they have to put the sidewalk, wet floor, to warn. But if the owner still sleep down, it's their own problem. When you don't warn them, then very wet, the floor very wet, the old lady walk, sleep down, it's your fault. Negligence. Right? So this is refer to whether the management liable. If inside their unit, again, inside their unit, if pipers inside your unit, you have to responsible for your own building. Pipers inside the unit is foreseeable, you should foreseeable. You have to insure your own item, right? So we don't pay. But if the pipe is outside, the unit,
Yeah.
and then it cause the water flow in, damage your carpet, or the top floor, the penthouse unit above is common area. So because of the waterproofing issue, then or whatever issue, the pipers or due to the windstorm damage, and then subsequently damage to the building, the unit owner house, and then the contents because of our fault, we have to cover that. But if it's not our fault, then PL will not trigger. If they sue you, they insist want you to pay, sue you, that will become a legal case. Again, our court settlement, court damages, legal defense costs are covered.
E&O lah.
No. Public, we are still talking public liability. As long as bodily injury, property damage is fall under public liability.
If the tree fell because of the termite, is that public?
No, termite is not your fault. Unless they say you didn't do, you know got termite, but you didn't do the termite at the common area and you didn't do extra.
Termite, you don't know why it's outside the tree.
So it depends whether we have negligence or not. But termite, normally you say, oh, termite is not covered. But if we have negligence, then cause property damage or bodily injury, public liability. To trigger, normally we say trigger, and then liable or not, we have to see. We trigger PR first.
But who to justify whether it's an act of God or our individual adjuster?
Adjuster, let's say is the cause of damage is a natural disaster. Okay, and then adjuster see whether we have any negligence or not. So if you don't have negligence, then they say it's an act of God. But if you still have, even though it's natural disaster, but you have a negligence, then the liability is established. Whether the liability is established or not, this is a crucial to trigger the policy.
If you say it's negligent, we can apply public liability.
Alright. If it's for body injury, the negligence caused bodily injury or property damage fall under public liability. Okay, for the public liability. The key features is cover physical injury or property damage caused to others due to the insured negligence. Insured here is called management. The management negligence in managing the premises. This is the key word. Okay. Okay, example, the incident and injury like the wet floor. So then the insurer will investigate the incident and then they reviewing the evidence like you put the signboard or not. Is that because of CCTV they also check, they check whether is that the owner or the victims is slipped out by itself. So that if it's a straight liability because we didn't put a signboard, so it slipped out, then they straight away pay for the medical cost. They don't need to sue them, they also pay. Don't need to go to the court, also they pay. Like another common one is the chemical water stain, damage the car, damage the car roof because they park and then the chemical stain or when they do painting, they damage the car. Quite common that you don't need to sue. The owner don't need to sue. Also, the insurance will pay straight away to pay.
You mean to say pipe leaking and affected with the car payment to pay?
Yeah, especially the aircon pipe. Aircon pipe, the chemical stain. It drip on the car roof, and then they need to repaint the car roof, right? So they pay for the repainting.
Expensive.
Few thousand.
Oh.
Yes.
Because of the one drop of water chemicals.
Painting is expensive. Okay. And next is errors and omission of core management liability. This one is to cover the MC or JMB against any lawsuit. If they sue, if the management sue people, not covered. So it's people sue them, we trigger. But we cover in the liability insurance, is like that. They tell you what are the exclusion. If it's not in the exclusion, it's deemed to be covered. Fire insurance, they tell you what they want to cover. Liability insurance, they tell you what they don't want to cover. The other way around. Okay? We cover wrongful act. This policy cover wrongful act. Errors and omission of mentioned liability is just a name. Normally mentioned liability, they give you a little bit more comprehensive. They cover the consultant and subcontractor as well. Because mentioned liability also more expensive. But the basis of cover are same. Okay? They also cover against any wrongful act, any mistake done by the management, which is not body injury, not property damage. If it's body injury and property damage, it's fall under public liability. So this one is referred to, let's say, financial value. For example, because of the penthouse unit, it's always happen waterproofing issue cause the ceiling very ugly. And then they rented out 10,000 a month. End up they can't get the rental because the tenant moved out. So that is a financial value, right? And then it's not a body injury, it's not a property damage, it's a financial loss. And then they sue because of the owner sue against the management for this financial loss. You trigger the errors and omission or ML to pay for the damages cost, financial value. So there are few things are not covered. Exclusion. You look at the exclusion. Commonly, exclusion are not covered. Which one? Dishonest acts, meaning if any take away the money, run away the money, they don't pay.
Yes.
And then bodily injury not covered. Pre-existing issue meaning the last time many years ago before you purchase this policy, 3 years ago you didn't declare that previous claims are on the same previous claims they don't pay for it. Any fine, any penalties like you didn't follow the mentioned act, you didn't do the 1 year once AGM, didn't submit the auditor report. All these penalties are not covered. Not covered. No insurance can cover fines and penalties. Trading debt, like you terminate your supplier with short notice, and then you don't want to pay that, and they sue you because they said they don't perform, they didn't do this, they didn't repair, and then we don't want to pay, and then they sue you. This is called trading tax, not covered. And the last is insured versus insured. Who is insured here? Committee member. Committee member refer to previous, current, or future. Okay, insured party you can see insured party include past, current, and future committee member. So this insured party, as long as like past committee suing current committee, or the current committee suing past committee, are not covered because they are all covered party. How can you sue each other? The insurance trigger to defend who? Right? So insured versus insured not covered. Any fines and penalties not covered. Trading debts not covered. Previous claims not covered. These are the major.
Maybe this E&O
Yes.
is every individual committee members
Yes.
or I've got 14. 14 cover all the
Yes, correct. You see, the first paragraph, insurance cover MC, JMB, and committees against legal liability from financial loss due to what? Management errors in strata properties. If it's not strata, say all these landed they group together one RA, not strata. That's why RA cannot purchase this. RA, we got a lot of RA want to buy, but we cannot sell because E&O and ML decide to follow Strata Management Act. RA is not fall under Strata Management Act.
only committees, not subcommittees. Because some places I do see subcommittees.
Subcommittee member is not in the list. It's not. They are only volunteer committees.
You got any cases success rate for this one?
Yeah, a lot.
Usually is what? What's the common case?
Common case, all sort of things. They libel slander also got, and then
Slender,
yeah, libel slander not so common.
the owner sue committee was slender.
Suing for loss of rent a lot.
Loss of rent.
Yeah, loss of rent. Suing for loss of rent. Because the bodily injury or property damage already covered by PL but loss of rent not covered by PL. So loss of rent is a financial loss. So it's fall under the E&O.
Oh, you covered.
Covered. And then some business interruption because of things happen, they want to not loss or if commercial unit is business interruption, we defend We are not saying, hey, we are talking about this policy trigger to defend. Because it's not fall under exclusion So if fall under exclusion one, straight away reject one also got a lot. The most common one is the trading tax and insured versus insured. Straight away reject. If it's not fall under exclusion, we have to trigger to defend. We cannot say, oh yeah, you pay for it. No, they defend one. So how to trigger this is upon receive the letter of demand.
Yeah.
Okay, written demand, legal demand. So you can see the key features: cover financial or administrative negligence, not bodily injury or property damage. Okay, I only put the keywords, main things for you all to understand what's the difference. Trigger PL and trigger what scenario we trigger E&O. Okay, and then common E&O insurance claim like mismanagement of funds. This one is very tricky because if it's a criminal act, then policy won't trigger. Normally, this mismanagement is like they are not criminal act, but they allocate budget wrongly, or they use a budgeted amount to different item. Okay, not like they supposed to spend 1 million repair needs, they go and spend the 1 million on landscaping. So the owner sue them. Then this is financial loss to the committee member They need to defend So this one building safety failure, like example, they did not impose a proper procedure for registering the visitor. We got this kind of claim also. Privacy, because of privacy, high-end condo they want privacy. Safety standard is not there. And then they name the security guard, they name the management. they name the property manager as a defendant, and then some mistake lah, some like they wrongly impose a penalties. The decision they make the wrong decisions without having the bylaw support, or the bylaw got support but they do not write properly, and then the procedure is just not correct, and then that's so lah. The administrative errors.
How do you pay it? For example, the case may track 5 years. Example.
Yeah.
So all the fee will still pay.
The insurance company appoint their own lawyer.
Oh.
So the lawyer fees they handle
Okay.
themselves.
Okay.
If the committee member say I want to use your own lawyer, get the consent from insurance company, but many insurance company not agree one, because the committee member lawyer not reliable. Insurance company lawyer, their fees very very low. Your lawyer fees won't be so low. A lot of committee member use Lai Chimo. Lai Chimo very good in Strata.
If you lost the case also, insurance will pay.
Yes, of course. They pay for legal defense costs. They pay for any damages, out of court settlements. And now they say, okay lah, it's I also contribute a fault. We agree 100,000, we settle 20,000 lah. Then the 20,000 end up insurance company pay. But the procedure again must get consent and everything. Once this policy trigger, we have to activate. We have to keep update the insurance company.
So the E&O cover the legal fees and also the, let's say, the court order the judgment saying they have to compensate a certain amount, so it's covered inside lah.
Yes, correct. Within the limit,
Can you
within your
counter
insurance
sue?
limit.
Can you counter sue? Means to say they blood sue, then you counter sue.
The insurance company has right, you don't have right. We have an insurance company lost a case, but they appeal, not counter sue. They appeal. If you appeal, you don't want to pay. If you appeal, then you take your own cost. So if insurance company appeal, it's their cost. Okay,
Just now you're saying that the trading debt is not included, right?
Not
included. But it's a law case, right? Let's say the vendor they bring it to the court, they charge for the committee for short notice, short notice of termination. The one is considered what?
trading debt. As I say, trading
Still
debt.
trading debt. Oh.
Supplier argument with you and bring you to the court. Trading debt. So it's commercial, goes to the commercial activities, then lead to the liability. That one straight away policy won't trigger. They will reject you immediately.
E&O cannot use what is
It's a standard exclusion. What I mentioned here, the exclusion is a standard, meaning all the insurance company about the same. Maybe their writing is a little bit different, but it's the same meaning. Okay. Next is special liability risk, is combine errors and omission and the public liability insurance. These two sections, because EV charger involve when things happen like the EV charger explode, is also happen body injury or property damage, right? And then the owner may sue against the management for making wrong decisions, like why you select this area to install EV charger, why you select this supplier no good, right? And then why you didn't check this supplier whether they buy insurance or not. So all these kind of decisions related, they will sue, is fall under the errors and omission, financial loss. But if it's involved third party bodily injury or third party property damage, then it's a public liability insurance. Okay, let's say a faulty installation, then they install wrongly, or mistake, it caused injury. So we trigger PL. If it's a negligence maintenance hazard, they didn't do the regular maintenance, the supplier didn't do regular maintenance, and you also don't care, that is your negligence. Any resident and third party claim depends on injury or what. Then we file the claims to either PL or E&O. So this one is a special liability risk, only recent few years to happen.
So can take out. Let's say my condo don't have the EV charger.
So an EV charger eventually you need to install.
Like the low cost one, I don't really cheap.
That no.
No.
This EV charger is a risk. It's not an insurance. That's why it's EV charger risk. We highlight to you. Whatever risk happen, and then you have a PL and E&O to trigger. Depends on the scenario.
No limit to the numbers of EV charger.
The risk.
If they have that.
No limit because nothing to do with the charger. Is the risk towards our management liability. If we are the management, this risk bring what kind of liability to us? So we have to look at this, the liability angle, like to see, and then we have to fill up the gap. We have a public liability if the body injury with PL to trigger. If they sue us for mistake or make wrong decision, we have E&O to trigger. If it's low cost, at least we got PL. I don't think they buy E&O lah.
Some condos department they open to public.
That's why your PL and E&O, the liability risk.
EV charger all case.
And then nowadays, also some of the owner they install their own. When they install their own, then you better warn them to get their own insurance. To get their own insurance, and then make sure they show the policy to you as a requirement.
We cannot help them to insure.
If they install their own, it's not your property. You cannot insure. It got no insurable interest.
Because when Strata,
Correct. You make sure if it's a strata landed, you make sure they insure. So how they insure? Buy home insurance, it comes with a personal liability. If they can get a public liability, it's the best. But you don't have buy a home insurance, come with a personal liability. Increase the limit.
Normally EV they require 3 phase. But some using 1 phase. And using 1 phase is easy to get long charging compared to the 3 phase. 3 phases
Okay? So just quick view for what E&O and ML. So E&O is errors and omission mode. The wording base is more on the professional. You can see the word professional negligence. But management liability, which is wider, there is cover wrongful act for the committee. And then same thing. Who is protected? E&O is JMP MC committee member. But management liability, they also extend to cover the consultants and subcontractors. Okay, the laws are same. User also the same. Cover trigger, one is a negligent act, another one is a wrongful act. Because the wording wise, the wrongful act is for the director and officer, V&O policy, director and officer, which is all the listed company they purchase. All the director and officer, because they are not professional. They are director and officer. So come to the E&O, they are using the professional indemnity, which is a property manager PI policy wording base. for professional. ML is for the director and officer.
So wrongful act committed by security guard, then get sued.
This one is referred not the stand-alone committed, is meaning extend to cover. Extend to cover meaning like if you ask a guard to follow your instruction, not the guard negligence. They follow your instruction to do this. At the end, the plaintiff also name them into as a defendant. Just liability policy, they can name the whole world. So then we also help together to defend, but they themselves negligence is not trigger this. Because the wording base is director and officer. The consultant subcontractor is like officer lor. Officer under this badan pengurusan. Then we also help them to defend lah. But if the security guard own negligence, the guard have to trigger their own policy. Like property management, if you have negligence, you have your own PI. This is the officer meaning. Okay? So ML policy normally is much higher. Market not many offer. Not many offer. Because its cost is much higher, almost double.
Is there amount covered limit of insured?
Minimum 1 million.
Minimum 1 million.
Yes. If it's a high-end condo, they cover 5 million. Very high-end. If it's a commercial, they even cover up to 10 million.
Maybe
For
to
fixed
say
development,
okay, 1 million. Let's say I've taken 1 million. I got 10 committees. So divide the 10
no,
committees.
per incident.
Okay.
Per incident and in the aggregate, meaning 1 year you got 1 million. So if you got 10 million, meaning per incident you got 10 million and 1 year also 10 million. If your incident only 1 million but you got limit 10 million, okay, then you can have 10,000.
Access how much?
Few thousand. Depends on the limit. Higher limit, access higher. 1 million range between 2,000 to 3,000 like that. 1 million. Some even give free, no access, but the coverage also quite restricted lah. Cheap, not really good one.
It's just curious lah. In our line of business property management usually we are required to buy the PI.
PI, yes.
For professional identity. For any, you come across any cases our property management claim for the PI.
Yes. PI.
Except for the valuation, I know some cases.
Property management PI don't cover valuation.
Don't cover valuation.
It
case?
follow your occupation. So like when the committee member sue property management, and then the owner sue property management. So if it's not ML, if it's a E&O, if the owner want to name this property manager as one of the defendant, you have to trigger your own PI to defend also. E&O doesn't cover you.
Very common.
Wow. Okay, and everything to say, if I take a lawyer, must be the insurance buyers.
Yes, you go back to your PI insurance company, you notify them, they will use their lawyer to defend. A lot of PI property management PI purchase from Etika because they got a scheme. The scheme is cover 1 million, but it's a small firm only. Big firm you can't get because the turnover they restrict to within this range, and then this is the amount. Small firm, big firm you don't get.
Over the year, I think we never claim for the PI.
Good lah.
Good lah.
Actually,
Pay a lot, no?
actually, I can tell you lower cost, low, medium, they hardly sue. High end, commercial, a lot of legal case.
Oh, because a lot of lawyers staying inside.
Yes. Commercial, high end, got a lot of legal case.
I see, I see.
Okay, any question on the liability? Okay, we recap. We got two types of liability insurance. Okay, public liability and the errors and omission liability. So liability insurance pay for three items, not three items. Legal defense cost, out of cost settlement, and then also for the damages.
So fine cannot lah. Court fine lah.
Fine.
No, what court fine?
Court say I fine you for
No, damages. You pay for the damages. Yeah, you need to compensate. The compensations, the judgment. Okay, there are no court fine this word. No legal terms on this. Okay, court fine means if you late for the documents and then they sort of things are not. Liability insurance for strata building cover three type of committee. What type? First is a past committee, current committee, and a future committee. Yes. Okay. So we recap for the section 2 already. Okay, we cover this all already. The review, learning, outcome, we covered. Okay. You want to any 1-2 minute rest? Yeah, stop this. Any question on the liability? Huh? Can continue or want to stop for 1 minute? Tea break? Can continue? Okay. Okay, the business insurance policy. We have a few more which is applied to the strata. Of course, there are many insurance policy, but we are talking about strata. These are the common in strata. So fire consequential loss. That's how we talk about fire, right?
Yeah.
If it's due to the fire and the perils coverage, okay, and the perils happen, and it cause business interruption, cause any consequential loss. For example, loss of income, loss of rent, or if you have commercial unit, sometimes the maintenance fees they don't pay you due to fire or the perils, that's how we mentioned, and then we claim against a fire consequential loss. Okay, or commonly also say this is called business interruption policy. So it's cover the JMB and MC. You see, only JMB or MC, not the unit owner. Sometimes the owner loss of rent, we don't pay for them. The owner, let's say they occupy as a restaurant, because of affected, and then we don't pay for them. It's only the MC loss, management loss. We have to make it clear. MC loss, not the respective unit owner or the tenant loss. If the owner occupy as restaurant, they have to buy their business interruption. They have to insure themselves. They insure the renovation as a fire policy. They insure the fire consequential loss as business interruption. We don't pay for them. This is also very common in the commercial building. The owner or the tenant want to claim back a business interruption. Very common. This is we cannot claim. We only take care of the building. management loss. Okay? The rebuilding delay, we cannot pay because you want to repair and delay. You delay repair and then the cost getting higher. These are not covered. Wear and tear caused by the wear and tear. Let's say leaking, due to the leaking, due to the waterproofing issue, so that the unit, the MC rent out for the commercial unit rent out, tenant move out or tenant don't want to pay you due to wear and tear, they don't pay because it's not in the fire policy coverage. Only trigger fire policy, then only you can trigger fire consequential loss. Without trigger fire policy, you cannot trigger this consequential loss. They are always together. Residential building normally don't buy this policy. Don't buy. Commercial building. Or the resi come with a commercial unit. Okay?
So all these miscellaneous insurance is not compulsory, right?
Is recommended but not compulsory.
Not compulsory. Right. So the three items compulsory, that's what you mentioned.
The fire insurance inside of master fire are compulsory.
If the arson case count.
Arson case. So the arson case cost what? Loss.
Loss.
What? Whose loss? Mention loss. Loss what?
Also loss. Because this guy, businessman, because business of storing furniture,
Yeah, but who got lost? The management got any loss or not?
management because they not paying, they because it's fire.
Okay, if it's fire happen to our building, and then because of this, we cannot get our rent due to fire. Then we get loss of rent. But if it's the owner burn itself and then you what are the things you lost? So if you don't have loss of rent, then you cannot claim. If you have loss of rent, you claim loss of rent. That's why this policy is only talking about the management has any loss or not due to the fire insurance coverage.
Talking about this because it's a real case, ongoing case. Actually, I think should know that because we have recently had the arson case as well. Just behind my office, exactly the unit behind my office, because the forensic saying there is some sort of the valuable item they found, so they suspect it's an arson case. But are we still able to get a claim? Let's say it's confirmed it's an arson case.
Fire damage to the building. The building still get because management we still get. It's not we burn we still get. But that owner want to claim insurance for that particular their own business or their own contents, their stock or what, they can get or cannot get is his problem. Our building can get. Yes. It's not we go and burn it. So the question here is the loss is not caused by ourselves. Okay? They cannot say, oh, that unit owner burn, they don't pay. Fire means fire, it's not we burn. Right?
But the adjuster take longer time, right?
Fire normally longer time because you need your compa report as well.
No, this arson case take longer.
No, all the claim are same one, not because of the arson. All same one. Procedure are all same.
Or whether want to take the legal action against those considered as a criminal case, right? For the arson.
That one is a police job. Police declare it's an arson, then police will do his job. We can't do anything. Adjuster can say anything, but insurance still have to pay.
Or they cannot take the excuses saying that is purposely or in purpose.
Not hunting purpose, not the management purpose.
I see, I see.
And then FG is any fraud lah in our own people. Fidelity guarantee means our own people, our own staff run away with money. So in Strata, normally the committee member don't have own staff, but it's a property measure. Property measure have the staff. Okay? Run away money, take away the laptop, and then they cut the technician go and cut the earth cable, copper tape, all this under FG cover. FG cover, in order to trigger, must have police report. You must have the established suspect, make police report.
This one quite common, very common.
But not many claims.
Not many claims.
Not many claims.
I think I could wait about 2-3 years once, case 2-3 years once cannot stop. Really headache.
Yeah. So this one is more towards.
They got money, alright, so.
Don't take cash lah.
They treat the owner differently, you know. The owner want to pay, they say that okay, you pay to my personal account first, then I generate the receipt, something like this. This one very hard to trace, you know. You have to wait some time,
Avoid
bank recording.
Yeah, avoid taking cash.
Have to let the owner know lah. Only account is our national office.
But sometimes very difficult because I got case where valuation there was only 500, 300, so they take cash. If you don't take cash, or you have to return back the check, you see, too late, I don't do some valuation. So, come 10 minutes, because you got 2,000. So, the thing will be measured by the staff now. Sometimes they do the receipt.
Someone they very smart. They know the loophole of our accounting system.
Human. That's the thing. Property management difficult.
They use my other colleague or their superior ID to log in into the account.
Okay. So together with the FG is always a money. So the money insurance cover loss of cash, loss of check, in transit, money in premises, money in transit. Money in premises must be locked. Lock only they cover not lock one put in the drawer without lock they don't cover. But you can see exclude involved employee or accounting error. Because involved employee and accounting error goes to FG. This one is brother sister policy. Money FG. Okay? Because of they want to take the money from the premises, they damage the lock or damage the door. We call damage to premises is also covered. If lost money, if it's something lost but not money, it's a burglary. So that's why burglary also exclude money one. Okay? Burglary also exclude money because money has a money insurance.
Also, they mean they break in, they steal the money and this one.
Yes.
Oh, no other tip.
So money cover lost in premises. Okay, now burglary, you see immediately is a burglary. Burglary, you can see the money or cash is an exclusion. Exclude money or cash. Okay. So forcible entry, burglary, the theft must be forcible entry or exit. It must have the sign, the break-in sign. So if no break-in sign, meaning they hold the key or either you didn't lock. If it's at the open area, meaning cannot lock. Open area cannot, we cannot cover by burglary insurance, but we can add one extension. The last you can see extension full theft cover. At the open area, have we also can cover with a small limit, 5,000, 10,000 like that.
So there's still the cable under this one.
Full time.
Okay.
But if they break in to the room, to the machine room, they break in, then it's not fall under full time already, it's fall under the burglary policy and the main limit. Let's say you insure 100,000, 100,000. If they got break inside, then they don't need to trigger the full time. Because full time very small limit, it's like an open area.
So like manhole, drain cover,
Yeah lah, that one lah.
cover.
The small item lah. Okay? And then but this burglary policy, I want you to look at this. Internal theft by lawful person.
Yeah.
This word, theft by lawful person. Who is a lawful person? Pay attention on this. Lawful person meaning they allow to enter into the premises. Like for example, contractor. A, B, and B, they hold the access card. The tenant has access card, lawful person. Owner is a lawful person, individual owner. Tenant, A, B, and B visitor. Your contractor, your supplier, they allow, that's why it's lawful, allowed to walk around in your premises. So if they take away your item, they cut your property, contractor, they cut your property, they cut your earth cable, lawful person, burglary policy is excluded.
Oh, like my real case recently we still complaining because the car park belongs to the developer but the thief go inside the car park and then cut our earth cable but the cable is belongs to our machinery, into our machine. So that one is considered the lawful person.
The person is from where? The
visitor. They use the access card like
lawful
phantom,
person.
lawful person. So should be clean under the car park or generally?
Lawful person, the burglary insurance not trigger.
Oh, not trigger.
Not trigger already. Because this lawful person holding the access card enter into your premises.
But not enter to our premises, no. But premises not belong to us. It's not a common area. The car park belongs to the developer.
Then the loss is developer.
But the property losses is under the generally.
It also not covered because the access card is who give the access card?
Developer.
The access card.
The owner, the car park.
The car park owner.
The car park owner.
So you can charge back the car park owner the burglary insurance. They don't care this scenario already. As long as they allowed to come in with the access card, they don't pay. They don't check. They don't really care about. Oh, the procedure is this school, that one, no, they don't care. They are allowed to come in. They are lawful, means they are not trespass. They are not a thief quietly come in and take away your item. No. They are happily, like come in, I'm lawful person, And then I park my lorry here, I cut away your cable and go.
No bring in.
No way. You not required to break in. Not required to break in.
They straight away park the lorry in front and take So it's a lawful person. So the burglary don't care, they don't pay.
So I should claim on the car park owner.
You can talk to the management whose fault lah. You try every party lah. Never try, never do.
So for my position I am the represent the JMBMC How do I hire a security guard go to the car park and not belongs to us?
The car park.
It belongs to the car park owner.
Okay, not really. A lot of building, the car park belongs to the car park operator. But the car go in is for everybody. Okay, the car park operator operator is just a business. They collect the parking fees. But the car park is designed for everybody. So the management still responsible for the car park things, car park liability. The management still responsible. You cannot say the car park operator or responsible. No, no, no. The management still responsible for the car park. But the car park parking fees is collected by this operator. So among the operator and the management, you must have the agreement. And then what is the liability that if you can hold them liable, we call back-to-back agreement or hold harmless agreement. Whoever sue the management, you recover from that. Because you are the management. If I sue, of course I sue the management. You can say nothing to do with me. You sue the car park operator. But when I enter into the premises, it's the management liability already, right? So and then you allow this visitor, they should go to the security guard. Then only they come into the car park. So that when they come into the car park, it cannot push away your liability.
But my issue is the whole car park is not common area. It belongs to the.
I know the car park is open for visitor.
Yes.
That's why lah.
But
it's open for visitor. You cannot say the car park I cannot go in. Right, you still hold the liability, you still responsible for certain, you still have the liability one. Of course, a car park operator is a major lah. So the thing is, if lost, the car park operator should have the camera or the machine is located at the car park. Why you do not have the CCTV? You must have CCTV. You don't lock the door and you don't have CCTV. How you blame the operator? The operator says the visitor go in, it's not my problem. You must lock. You didn't lock and you don't have CCTV. So I don't think you can get the claims but you can try Okay? So we move on to the ORIS. ORIS cover accidental damage to office equipment, gym equipment, or any special art piece. All this we cover accidental damage. Okay, again, wear and tear we don't cover. Lost by theft by your own staff is not covered. Okay, so very straightforward accidental damage like water damage, gym equipment, computer, accidental damage like the rainwater, all this we can claim under all risk. CCTV, monkey damage the CCTV, all risk. Okay?
But May, it's always like gym equipment, of course, it can be precision made in markets sometimes, say for 5 years or you can take the account amount.
We insure it with replacement value, meaning new for all, same spec, but new one how much? Replacement value. So if the same spec discontinue already, so you take the money, buy the higher spec, then insurance company may deduct a little bit betterment, just like car. After 5 years already, you still want to install back the genuine parts, they have some betterment, right? So they will deduct a little bit betterment.
The access controller normally after some time the bank will
The depreciation not in the consideration. Okay? Small item only, small mobile item equipments. Okay? Big one we cover under machinery breakdown. These two together, many people confused.
Yes.
Orange is for the mobile or the small equipment. Machinery is for the big item like your genset, your transformer, your aircon, compressor, lift, motor, all this water pump, this plant and machinery. So we see, don't let the breakdown confuse you. This word machinery breakdown is not cover whatever breakdown they pay. Wear and tear they don't pay. For maintenance, wear and tear they don't pay. Okay? Fire and perils coverage is like lightning, we trigger fire policy. Water pipes damage to machine, we trigger fire policy. Machinery breakdown exclude fire policy coverage. Okay? We cover unforeseen circumstances. What are the unforeseen circumstances like rainwater seepage? Fire policy don't cover rainwater seepage, right? Leaf seepage by the rainwater, we trigger machinery breakdown. These are the common. This is a common claims. A lot of claims always happen rainwater seepage. Very very common. So we trigger machine MB policy.
Okay, let's say the generator they having the explosion, so it's under which?
Explosion is which policy?
Fire.
Ah.
Machinery.
No. Fire. Fire we cover the machine or machinery as well. Okay, and then I handle one total loss for transformer. That one very weird. The condo have transformer. Transformer cannot have dust one. Dust sit in and cause spark, but it's not fire. So then the machine transformer cannot use already. Immediately, entire transformer break up. So they buy a new one to replace. The new one is 500,000. That was more than 10 years ago, I think about 12 or 13 years ago. So one transformer, once breakdown, it have to replace a new one. It cannot repair one. Repair, it cannot be used in the condo because heavy use.
Yeah.
So your machinery breakdown cannot be too low. The best is at least 500,000 and above. If it's a low cost, no choice, we have to purchase lower because of budget. So if it's a normal condo, 500,000 and above. Lift, we can repair one lift by one lift like that. But machinery breakdown for transformer, one piece already costs a few 100,000. If you cannot negotiate, so the sum issue you take care of. Okay, and then wear and tear again, they don't pay for it.
This one got the some like fire consequential losses. This one got
Got
oh got so
machinery breakdown, consequential loss, but Strata don't have one. Factory, yes. Because the factory, the machine breakdown, the entire production line is affected. Then they cannot deliver the goods. So the affect the profit. We purchase a loss of revenue or loss of profit due to the machinery breakdown. But Strata don't have. Still same calculation, depends on the rate and then they calculate. But that one is a commercial industry, industry risk. Okay. Any question on MB? No, So the last is PA. Second last, sorry, PA. PA is mainly cover committee members. It's like even a token, some is free. Some even free. 24/7 worldwide. Committee members. And then we terrorism and sabotage insurance. This one, if it's a commercial building, we definitely insure this. If it's at the KLCC area, we insure higher limit. So because it is a standard exclusion for all the insurance company in the fire insurance and also in your public liability insurance. They don't cover terrorism and sabotage. Okay. So what to cover is against a building. building, let's say we cover 10 million terrorism, then building damage repair up to 10 million. And terrorism for the mixed development and commercial like hotel, mall, they also can purchase a liability due to terrorism. Yeah. Because of if it's a bodily injury and then it may get legal suit. So the liability section will trigger. Because the standard PL exclude terrorism. So terrorism has two sections. One is a material damage and another one is a liability. Okay? So commonly cover building structures, machinery and share common area within the insured premises. Again, inside the unit, we don't cover. So what kind of risk we normally strongly advise to cover is hotel, mall, or the building has an international chain. They have TGI Friday, they have McDonald's, all these famous US chain, then by terrorism. Few million, depends on the location as well. Okay, if it's a US based building or US based operator like hotel, then the by terrorism is talking about many million.
US embassy.
Okay.
Because for certain building, for Starbucks, there's no change. Then some people, is anti-China, and they go and someone and they go getting some the rice thing. Is that come? What?
Most KL area building CBD they purchase terrorism. They whether amount high or low. So those commercial or resi come with a commercial or very high privacy resi building, they all purchase terrorism. Because at once Malaysia high risk in terrorism.
Yeah.
Now terrorism very low already, the risk very low. Better lah. And what's very high? Hotel wise at least 10 million above one. Normally hotel if not US based they 50 million, 50. Those like BBCC, this Lalaport area, they purchase 100 million. PLCC is a few hundred million. Okay. Exclusion is war risk not covered. Chemical, biological contamination not covered. So nuclear risk not covered. Okay. 有30分钟。呢一個有啱。Okay, we have recap for this session. Fire consequential loss insurance is only for commercial units. Okay. And burglary or risk, machinery breakdown insurance are covered based on first loss, meaning we don't need to cover the entire full sum insured because at any one time all these things are not totally damaged together. And then for all the miscellaneous classes, we only cover the common sharing area. We don't extend to cover their unit. Like money, we don't extend to cover their unit. Any FG, any theft, also no. Okay. Any question on this session?
Me.
Yes.
I have a common area. Then somebody put a flower pot Just our fault and knock up somebody's head. How the insurance?
Okay, if the victims sue against the management, then PL to defend. We trigger PL to defend, we don't pay. Okay? If they didn't sue, they only ask for compensation. So the insurance won't pay for it.
Oh, no.
Yes, unless the planter box is belongs to us. It's a management.
Deviation.
The planter box is ours one. It didn't hang properly and it dropped. Of course, negligence. But if the planter box is don't know which unit one, it dropped. So if they want to sue, see their statement, they sue. They are saying management negligence because you didn't restrict the owner not to hang their planter box. Then this is different already. They say you are negligent and cause her cannot work. Need to stay in hospital and cannot work. The loss of income is 100,000. That is a financial value versus negligence. So we trigger E&O. She's not claiming bodily injury. But if she want to claim bodily injury, the PL trigger to defend. Otherwise, it won't trigger anything. Because they do not know the planter box is belong to who, right? And then if you already have a clear bylaw house rules saying the planter box cannot be placed outside. Yeah. Like it happened to myself also. I placed my planter box facing outside. You know this my balcony are facing outside. So they go to my unit and give me the official warning you cannot facing outside. It will might cause injury to people. So okay. They did their part. I reward facing inside If drop also facing my drop on my balcony only So they are okay. Then if you allow people facing outside and it drop in hurt. So depends on the victim how they sue. So everything also see their claim statement. Okay. So the overall learning outcome is we already understand the fire rules. We understand the fire insurance basis, the sum insured basis. We can differentiate the liability cover types which public liability or errors and omission. Okay. And we recognize the liability in strata operation, the role and exposures. Okay? And then apply the miscellaneous insurance classes, which one should fall under money, which one should fall under FG, and the related real life scenario. Okay? We have covered all this, and then now is Q&A. So any more question happen in the claims happen in your units that get rejected?
Or rejected because my fault.
No, your experience.
Oh,
Yeah.
my experience.
Yeah.
Most of it is a wear and tear. So we don't know. We know the result already. So we don't trigger the insurance. But this year, I don't know. This year a lot of fire cases.
Yes. You are right.
Yes.
My feng shui master also told me this year from last year, and he already told me this year sure got a lot of fire, war, conflict because it's fire a lot.
My side, 5 months, 5 cases. Wow, I also very shocked.
Yes.
Only this year only.
Not only fire, heat wave, war, conflict like quarrel, argument, all this because of the fire element.
Oh.
Yes.
Your premium insurance have been raising up.
No,
I think
premium
it's
no.
an increase.
No. Premium, if good risk, they even reduce lower. But the excess, you can see commonly increase excess. So the risk improvement is very important.
It's a standard of increased access or
Depends on your place.
insurance.
Depends on your place. If you have a lot of windstorm claim, your windstorm access will increase. If you have a lot of pipers, your pipers claim will increase. If you have public liability pays a lot, then increase.
Or they either increase the premium or increase the access.
No, premium they hardly increase, is the excess.
Access.
So see, you are
But case by you, I don't know what is it. Like last year or last 2 years, none of it, none of the 5 cases. But suddenly this year, 5 cases.
Yes. Insurance are very complicated, general insurance very complicated. That's why I mentioned to you, life insurance agent can't answer you all this. You see, because so many, if you ask them the liability, they totally panic already. Right? So we have to leave it to the professional insurance consultant. It's not saying all the agents are same. Experience can't be same. Right? They can share the experience, but life agent cannot tell you. They don't even know how to differentiate PL and E&O.
It's just out of the curiosity. What's the difference? Let's say that because my committee last time they like to direct purchase. Because I still promoting there get an agent at least we can some advice from them. What's the difference direct purchase and also through you?
Okay. Management buy direct to insurance company and buy from the intermediaries like agent or broker. There are many differences. If you buy direct, what you get? Full rebate. Full
I
rebate.
don't care for it.
Okay, full rebate. Besides this, you do not get service because the insurance company, their main the marketing is to service the intermediaries. They don't service you. So you go to them, you pay them premium, and then if got any claim, you submit yourself. And after submitted, you do follow up yourself. When you have a reject or the claim dispute, you have to talk yourself, fight yourself, because the marketer, even they take pieces from you, they collect premium from you, but who pay that salary is the insurance company, they will fight for you. Okay? So you have to do everything. That's why you always get claim rejected. Very upset one. You buy from intermediaries, if you are talking about the professional one, normally they take over all your previous claims, outstanding claims, and then they help you first to do is advise you on the risk, what to insure, how to insure, okay, and then comes to the premium. They compare different insurance company terms for you, okay. Not about the premium only, but main thing is the coverage. You got one very low, the 20,000, 30,000 difference, but what's the coverage? They can cut, like I say, the landslide they cover 10%. The professional one they cover 100%. Of course, the cost different one. So the coverage they compare to you, and then the access. Which insurance company offer you the good access? Not all same one, all different. Okay. And then most important thing is when you have claim, you ask them, this claimable or not, that claimable or not, because you need to answer your committee. When they ask you why you cannot claim, you cannot answer. So the agent or the broker can help you to answer. And even if it's a big claim like fire claim, you call for the meeting. They come and sit down and explain, right? And the last is they follow up your claims. You don't need to bang table with the insurance company because the agent or broker deal with the adjuster. Before the offer claim, we already know the breakdown. Then we tell you, this one, the breakdown, say if you only can claim 50% because you have not submit your repair bill. You repair it? Yeah, repair already. Then give repair bill. They pay you in full. Or certain item is marked up. So you know marked up already. Then you go and talk to your contractor, reduce. Then they reduce for you, revise. Okay, so these are the things your intermediary, your broker or agent do for you. But of course, they earn com. So buy direct is like cheaper.
They no cheaper. More the same.
Then what's the difference you want? Why you want to choose buy direct no service? Buy direct equal to no service, I can tell you. And then the worst things a lot of people don't know. If you buy from the insurance company, in the insurance principle, utmost good faith, meaning you have to declare all the material facts, all the information to the insurance company. They consider accept or not. So if you tell wrongly, it's your problem. If they found out you didn't declare, you have the liability claims before. So now you got one claim you want to get ask me to defend for you, your insurance will be rejected. They can cancel your policy. The responsibility to declare, to tell the truth is on you, not by the insurance company. You can say, you insurance company, you professional, you should advise me. No. Insurance is you come to propose to me. You must honest to me. You cannot say, I'm layman, I don't know. Sorry. But if you have the intermediary broker or agent, you tell everything true to the agent, and then the agent declare to the insurance company. And another thing is the agent can advise you. That's why I don't encourage you all get the life agent. Even though it's still agent, but life agent do not know how to advise you. Right? So if you have the landslide cover, but you do not know the landslide is covered in full, should cover in full or not, you know you need to buy the exclusion A for landslide, but you do not know how much is the suitable amount. You know you want to cover flood, but how much is enough? Whether you need to cover foundation or not. You say committee member don't listen, right? You need somebody else as a professional to explain to the committee member. So if you don't have all this, you propose insurance company direct, insurance company, you tell me what you want. First thing they will ask you, what you want to cover, how much you want to cover. Too special.
Everything we know.
Insurance company direct is like that. You tell me, I charge you according to what you tell me. Underinsured is your problem. Overinsured also your problem. Overinsured, I will not refund to you. Underinsured, I pay you less claim. You understand? Because it's your problem, it's your fault. Didn't tell the truth.
The problem because the committee say that if we cover under takaful, we takaful. You don't claim they pay back your money. That's why they're concerned what they want to be in fire, then we in trouble. Nobody advises. This takaful also doesn't come.
They are the Takafu operation, they either Wakala refund or Mudraba refund.
Yeah.
So Wakala refund is very minimum. Mudraba refund used to up to 15%, so very attractive. Now no more. Now very little. But I don't see any condo got no claims. Right? I don't see lah. So if because of the refund you buy, it's not worth it. Because if you totally no refund, it's impossible. Come on. Now a lot of natural disaster, every day windstorm, lightning, how you can control no claim? That intention is good one actually to avoid the frequency claim. But if it's condo, I can tell you no way.
A lot of small claim, like big glass.
As long as got claim, Mudraba refund, no more.
That's the thing now. As you say, fire out control. And then, stupid at times, sorry to say, sometimes people say, it's not your money, your money is smoke. Other people's money.
Correct. Correct.
Well, you're supposed to, unless your own personal insurance, like that,
Yes. Yes.
then you all, what you, it's not your money, but
I don't get the bigger picture because
if
of the
you
small
want
things,
so you
ha-
pay
you
only
pay
a
the
portion.
risk. No, you pay the high risk for what?
This is my WhatsApp. You can use your WhatsApp to scan. Otherwise, you can catch up with Shape if you have anything. If you want to keep my WhatsApp, you can scan. Okay. So
So we also have TikTok channel, but I will send, I think I have the number now. I'll send to you whenever we have an update, so you can share with your team.
yeah.
They deliver your pets.
I think the great history is that between the insurer and sharing one, sharing the
Depends on the insurance company.
Oh.
Like Allianz one, they don't really share. But like Longpan and others, they share because of the reinsurance is
Yeah. No credit card.
I decided to catch up on what the
No, it's down there.
it's actually still there.
It's
and you can see like condo it offer this one a lot of people watch. In the floor
the floor leakage.
Can claim insurance. Interfloor leaking normally is settled among two units. Upper floor is responsible to repair to the lower floor unit damages, and the management is helping to coordinate. Whenever the unit owner report to the management office, the management has to find out the source of leaking and then take immediate action. So is the lower unit report to the management already?
Yes.
okay, so we have
Who
four
pay for the interleakage?
the interfloor upper floor repair for the lower floor.
If I bring a tribunal, they bring a tribunal. You know what? The tribunal asks the management to pay for the cost.
It depends what scenario lah. Because if it's in toilet to toilet all this, but if I see that similar case, it because of the common area cost that unit and cost the lower unit is involved the management. Then the fault is the manager have to repair lah because the cost of damage is still to because of the common area started first. So then they ask the management code to repair. If it's a straight away, my unit leak, my bathroom leak to the lower unit, it's already stated in the Strata Management Act. I even have I do it with Krishna as well. You see,
doesn't want to allow access or doesn't want to cooperate with the management to allow access for them to rectify, the management can then refer to COB, Commissioner of Building, intercept based on your locality, whether it's in here or PJ. And there's also provision that if the owner or proprietors fail to give you access, there's a penalty of 50,000 ringgit or imprisonment of 3 years or both, right? And also you can have the option to refer to tribunal if there's a dispute unable to be resolved.
okay. So we talk about interfloor leaking in the Strata Management Act and also the COB role, and also the tribunal judgment on this. We have a few 1, 2, 3 about this interfloor leaking because a lot of people ask me interfloor leaking. And then condo rain, water, seepage, contractor must buy insurance for condo renovation. All this you can have a look. How to insure EV charger. Machinery insurance claim is still on this one.
Yes.
Instagram I also
How do I say your
Transportation.
TikTok is
Many factors affect it.
sorry.
your TikTok you put
Yes. Yes. You can follow me lah. My full name lah. You may make full name lah. You have a phone with you, you straight away scan my phone.
Oh, your phone is scam. Okay.
Yeah.
I will send you the latest video.
Yeah. Then after that
Send
you
you the
follow
latest
lah.
video.
So it's good for. That's why I say it's good for your asset to follow. I write the title here. You see all the claim scenario.
Okay.
See storm damage to cars. Who responsible? Flood caused landslide. Condo rainwater seepage. Earthquake in Malaysia. Riot covered by fire insurance. See condo lift breakdown, delay repair. Car roof damaged by condo water plant, like your case. So condo owner claim loss or rent. How to insure your jewelry? How to insure your EV charger? So can A, B, and B void the condo insurance? Right? So public liability insurance reject car damage claim. Can owner take cash instead of repairing? All this you can check lah. Tsunami covered by building insurance. How to prevent scam in condo? So this is talk about the claim lah. The wall crack due to neighbor construction piling. Okay.
Okay.
My latest one is the which one? Standard suit management for injured in condo lah. This one is the latest one.
What kind of insurance?
They sleep lah.
Oh, fall down lah.
Yeah, they fall down and then they want to sue lah. It's a real case. All these are real case, you know. All these are real case. So last time I talked about the gas pipe explosion can claim insurance. The trap in condo lift. Say trap in condo lift, and I got one is a bicycle missing in car park. All these are real scenario lah.
They claim or not?
They claim, they want to claim, but how the insurance claim trigger and what will
In the
happen?
car park, they don't want to chain it up now.
Surprisingly, that video a lot of people watch. Bicycle missing in the condo lift, condo car park.
Right.
Is the owner park within the compound or outside the compound?
The owner parked the bicycle in the designated area.
Why so many bicycles in the designated parking area? Only this bicycle gone missing?
I'm not too sure. The compound has many CCTV and that area has many blind spots.
Okay, this is similar as a car missing in the car park. If the car owner forgot to lock the car, or left the valuable item inside the car, or they left the access card inside the car, this is not a management fault. So the insurance will not pay for it.
Why?
Because the negligence is not established. How to advise our client?
Do not admit liability.
Yes. At the same time, we cannot invite the owner to sue us. But if the owner decided to take legal action against the management, then we will trigger the public liability insurance to defend on behalf of the management. Because public liability insurance covers third-party property damage and third-party bodily injury. So in case the court judge the management has negligence, and this policy will also pay for the court damages, not only the legal defense, and our court settlement as well.
Thank you.
They don't go to the court, they go to the public court. Yeah, we do management,
But below 250,000, the people court won't layan one. They all go to tribunal. They can't.
But most of the kids are they viral, you know. They viral on the Facebook, Instagram.
they're viral, they're senior.
Yes. They go viral. Everything also management fault. You see,
Exactly.
my comment, mostly, as they say what management stupid lah, management not doing the job lah, and then they say insurance is a con man lah, insurance don't pay this, don't pay that lah. They all say that. The comment mostly are from negative one, negative. They first thing to blame is the management. But true enough, there are some management office also they delay. I see the common problem is they delay. That's why I do the insurance claim. I let you all to share with the asset. Don't delay. The delay, when you delay, they will cause a lot of negative, comments. So we don't delay, at least we know what to do first. Can claim insurance or cannot claim insurance. First thing we know first, right? You know, this kind of missing already is not our problem. You place something in the common area gone missing, you want me to pay back. Right? So all these are not insurance payable.
People are people. Yeah. They thought you're taking care of this unit or not other unit.
Yes.
You got 600 unit and 600 our masters. How to control?
No electric, no water, they call us. But it's okay lah, we understand lah, because it's there in the building lah. But the most curious one is message poor line, much line. They also call us.
Phone network.
Poor network. What can I do?
Last time Astro one.
SO.
They use centralized. We do not control the Astro, it's kind of Astro. But everything came on the management. Like Astro sometimes, no, they also slow.
Every day cannot receive the signal or what.
But when it comes to want to increase the management fees,
Oh no.
Now I see a lot of building also increase management fees, especially in Hong Kong. A lot of condo start increase.
Have to. Because the thing is not enough.
Correct. What is the average per square feet now?
45 cents.
Yes. Here we raise to at least 45 cents. And then now we raise not 5% or 10% onwards.
Now
Not
goes
even.
about 50%.
Because the minimum gaji, the security guard increase a lot.
Also the DMV.
DMV increase.
DMV.
I got one comment, they say, why the DMV charge this much, why condo charge this much higher? I said, of course condo have to cover up the common area. It's higher. They say, then he said it didn't get the approval from all the owners. Then I asked, I replied so you better check whether they have any announcement or any reason behind or not. So I cannot comment much, but this one is not nothing to do with insurance. See, very common sense, right? The common area, the gym need, the lift need, the pool need.
So I see that's to say India home and this and can. You see the condo like service apartment. They're complaining why to pay the tariff higher than compared to something. I said you buy as a commercial.
Yes. Commercial of course is higher.
They're thinking I got service apartment or service condo. So I pay new condo or apartment.
Their land title also commercial.
You don't understand the service apartment.
Their water, their TNB bill all commercial.
Yeah. When the developer say no, this is apartment.
When the Chukai Tasera charge higher, they don't question.
Exactly. This is it now.
So it's a big, I would say, big scam. Service apartment. Last time, 10 years ago, suddenly a lot of developers use service apartment. They use a commercial lot, build a residential. But it's a service apartment. But they don't really do service apartment. It's occupied as a condo only. So the owner suffer everything commercial rate. But it's just a condo.
Assessment want to object. The other management of the your own property good. What? Then what do you do?
Everything management. Any one of you is an EV car user? Oh, EV car user. Okay, I want to say a bias on this EV car user, but I found some of the car EV car user they quite aggressive. Okay, like aggressive. Because mostly it's a youngster, so they thought they fight for their right lah. They thought they had the right to have the EV charger in the condo. case. The real case, because my condo, they just get the VP 3 to 4 years ago, and then they don't come with the EV charger station. Now they request the management, hey, I want to have the EV charger car or some sort like this lah. Okay, we reply lah. We try to find EV station lah. We reply that we are fine to do it for you lah. But eventually we have to wait until the JMB or MC form. Then we have the because it involves a large expenses.
I think you need the architect or engineering plan for that because it involves the common areas, the table need to reflect.
Someone we know how many joules how many capacity.
And then you need to get COP consent something
some sort like this requirement some sort of
Yes,
requirement
yes.
Then when I ask the developer the resident like saying because why the developer don't come up with the EV charger station at the first stage? Then the developer will ask the developer hey, why do you come with the EV? Now it's so common already, man.
They
He
don't
said,
understand.
hey, when I draw the drawing for the building, it's 2015. 2015, the construction period is on sale about 16.
That one not
And then 3-4 years of the construction phase, then you come up with the MCO some more, delay another about 1 year. After that, the VP. Hey, 2015, you tell me how many Tesla car in the Malaysian road?
They said also, EV in petrol is different. You must have that in mind. Where do you stay? If you stay in terrace houses, bungalow, you can be a car. If you pay apartment, why do you buy it? I'm sorry to say that. Why do you buy it? I mean, you want to hassle? Yes, go buy EV. If you stay in apartment or condo. They say you have to station.
Before you buy the EV car, you have to check whether your condo got facility or not. You buy the car, then you ask the
Now, because of 1 or 2 fellow use EV, I want the station. How to do EV station is cheaper.
Then my other committee very smart. Okay, since they're the EV car user, they demand for the EV charging, right? I, as a petrol car user, can I demand another petrol station? And they don't know.
Sometimes these people you have to answer royal group. That's why property manager use all pangkat here. You must be a Tai Chi fella, royal guru fella, you become YP fella, all things you must do. I got one photo in your case that inshallah. Kondo is here. Then there is a temple.
Okay.
Every time the temple ring the bell, they call us. Ask the temple not to ring the bell. Come on, this is a temple. You buy a property near the temple. What much can I do?
I understand not many people know what.
This is a religion kind of thing.
They need the condo need approval from so many parties. They don't understand. They just thought get a plug, put a cable will go. They don't understand it to apply for so many authorities, and then whether the engineer or architect allow the electric supply. They don't understand this, and then the place select